Did your jaw hit the floor when the news broke? Were you ready to celebrate, or did a chill run down your spine? Just when you thought the NFL offseason was settling into a quiet hum, a thunderclap of a trade ripped through the league on Monday, sending shockwaves from the Steel City to South Beach. This wasn't just a player swap, it was a strategic detonation, a high-stakes gamble that instantly redefined the trajectories of two prominent franchises. The Pittsburgh Steelers, seemingly stuck in neutral for seasons, just went all in on a Super Bowl bid, while the Miami Dolphins, once a beacon of offensive dynamism, find themselves navigating a turbulent sea of uncertainty. The deal? A true head-turner. The Steelers acquiring cornerback Jaylen Ramsay, tight end Janu Smith, and a 2027 7th-round pick from the Dolphins in exchange for safety Minkah Fitzpatrick and a 2027 5th-round choice. While Ramsey's departure from Miami was anticipated and trade whispers had swirled around Smith, the inclusion of Mika Fitzpatrick, a player once considered untouchable in Pittsburgh, added a genuine zing, transforming a significant move into a certified blockbuster. Let's dissect the fallout, separating the victors from those left scrambling in the wake of this seismic shift, the architects of ambition. Winners emerge: Aaron Rodgers, QB, Pittsburgh Steelers. The golden ticket a month ago, the very idea of Aaron Rodgers donning the black and gold felt like a distant fantasy. Now, the 41-year-old quarterback finds himself in what can only be described as a dream scenario for what might be his swan song season. The Steelers' all-in approach is undeniable, a stark contrast to their recent conservative tendencies. While the specter of the Jets' similar Rodgers-fueled spending spree 2 years ago, which yielded little fruit, looms, this torrent of transactions has ignited a firestorm of excitement among the Steelers' faithful. Rodgers, no doubt, is impressed. He was already on board, but now he commands an arsenal fit for a king. A true WR1 in DK Metcalf, two tight ends Smith and Pat Freiermuth, who combined for a staggering 150 catches last season, enhanced backfield support, and a young, talented offensive line. The path to contention, once murky, is now brilliantly illuminated. Arthur Smith, offensive coordinator, Pittsburgh Steelers. The master tactician's toy box, other NFL offensive coordinators must be green with envy at Arthur Smith's apparent influence on personnel decisions. General Manager Omar Khan and head coach Mike Tomlin may have the final say, but the influx of talent clearly reflects Smith's vision. After reportedly sniffing around Kyle Pitts, the Steelers landed Janu Smith, a player Arthur Smith openly adored during his Atlanta tenure. This marks the second reunion for Arthur and Janu, following their stints with the Titans and Falcons. The bold swap of George Pickens for DK Metcalf signals a clear intent to upgrade the go-to receiver spot. The drafting of Caleb Johnson hints at a potential upgrade over Najee Harris. With the offensive line stabilized, Mr. Tight and himself, Arthur Smith, now boasts a toy box overflowing with options at the position. If the Steelers fail to light up the scoreboard this season, it certainly won't be due to a lack of offensive firepower. Jaylen Ramsay, CB, Pittsburgh Steelers. A star reborn when Ramsey and the Dolphins decided to part ways, his next destination was a mystery, with the draft passing without a trade. Now he lands on a high-profile Steelers team, seemingly obsessed with reversing their recent playoff woes and making a legitimate Super Bowl run in 2025. While nothing is guaranteed, the situation in Pittsburgh offers a far more conducive environment for success than his recent tenure in Miami. Financially, Ramsey receives a $1.5 million boost this season, on top of the $4 million already paid by the Dolphins. A strong 2025 campaign could pave the way for another extension, defying the odds for a 30-year-old cornerback. His new teammate Darius Slay serves as a prime example, securing a lucrative extension at 32. For the Steelers, Ramsey's contract, with no guaranteed money after 2025, minimizes risk, essentially making this a high-reward, one-year trial. His positional versatility, combined with Slay's leadership and a dominant front seven, positions this Steelers defense to be truly formidable. Mika Fitzpatrick's Miami Dolphins. The full-circle redemption arc. Fitzpatrick's initial stint in Miami was marred by organizational instability and clashes over his role, culminating in his trade to Pittsburgh in 2019. Now he returns to a Dolphins secondary undergoing massive changes, with Ramsey's departure creating a significant void. It's hard to imagine this Dolphins staff will sideline Fitzpatrick as Brian Flores did. While Fitzpatrick's game-changing plays have seemingly dwindled in recent years, this is a golden opportunity for a full-circle moment. He'll have immense responsibility in Miami, and while a Super Bowl might feel further away than it did with the Steelers, becoming a rock for this revamped secondary could lead to another extension, perhaps even before he turns 30. Janu Smith, Pittsburgh Steelers. The versatile veteran's new home, Janu Smith, has become something of a hired gun, joining his fifth team since 2020. Yet his effectiveness and usage have only climbed, culminating in his most productive NFL campaign in Miami: 111 targets, 88 catches, 884 yards, 8 TDs. His versatility allows him to seamlessly integrate into diverse offensive systems, and he's poised to make a significant impact in Pittsburgh. For those concerned about the roles of Pat Freiermuth, who just received a significant extension, and Darnell Washington, fear not. Arthur Smith is a self-proclaimed tight end head, and the Steelers already led the NFL in 13 personnel snaps last season. Janu Smith might not log as many catches, but he's on a better team, and he just snagged a one-year, $12 million extension, significantly boosting his pay. The shifting sands. Losers face the music. Tua Tagovailoa, QB, Miami Dolphins. The shrinking arsenal. Just a year ago, Tua Tagovailoa inked a massive $212.4 million extension. A lot has changed since. After a concussion, a hip injury, and a late-season tailspin, the trade of Janu Smith removes one of his major weapons. Smith, in weeks 8 to 16 last season, saw almost as many targets as Tyreek Hill. Now Hill, at 31, is coming off arguably his worst season, and his future in Miami looks cloudy. Jalen Waddle's development seemingly stalled. While Hill, Waddle, Tua, and Devon Achane still offer flashes of firepower, the Dolphins' offense will be riddled with questions if any core player falters. The margin for error has shrunk considerably. Mike McDaniel, head coach, Miami Dolphins. The pressure cooker intensifies. Hired in 2022, Mike McDaniel's candid persona was a breath of fresh air. But after consecutive playoff seasons, an 8-9 dud followed, and the pressure is mounting. This trade sent away the Dolphins' leading pass catcher from 2024 and one of their most talented defenders. In return, they received a safety who wasn't thrilled with his first Miami experience. While trading Ramsey was expected, and McDaniel's offense doesn't traditionally rely on a volume-tight end, the lack of depth at critical positions must be a serious concern. The Bills have pulled ahead in the AFC East, and the Patriots and Jets, led by defensive-minded coaches, now smell blood in the shark-infested waters of South Florida. McDaniel is no longer the new kid on the block. He's a man who must return his team to success after it was gutted of some talent. The Dolphins' exterior defense. A patchwork puzzle. Ramsey's trade was anticipated, but that doesn't make the daunting task of reassembling nearly an entire secondary any easier for coordinator Anthony Weaver. Mika Fitzpatrick will help fill a major void and can patch holes at multiple spots. He's also 2 years younger than Ramsey and has a chance to rewrite his story with the franchise. But who starts alongside him? Nickel CB Cater Kohu is the only other sure thing. Storm Duck, Cam Smith, and fifth-rounder Jason Marshall Jr. are in the mix, but Miami almost certainly needs outside help. At safety, veterans Ifeatu Melifonwu and Ashtyn Davis are options, but depth is severely lacking. The Dolphins have invested heavily in their pass rush, and those moves, combined with Fitzpatrick's arrival, represent the best hope for secondary improvement. However, much must go right for that hope to materialize. The unfolding drama, this Steelers-Dolphins trade, isn't just a transaction, it's a declaration. For Pittsburgh, it's a bold, calculated risk, a clear signal of their Super Bowl aspirations. For Miami, it's a pivot, a reevaluation that leaves them with more questions than answers in key areas. The NFL, in its unpredictable glory, has once again delivered a storyline rich with drama, anticipation, and the promise of an electrifying season. What do you think, football fanatics? Did your team win or lose in this seismic shift? Is Pittsburgh's gamble genius or folly? Can Miami navigate these choppy waters? Drop your takes in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown as gripping as a game-winning drive, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive insights into the heart-pounding world of the NFL.